You know what I'm saying? This is how you know that I love the faithful, dog. They got coach in here breaking down film in the middle of a work day, using his lunch to break down film. Now you know I got to be crazy. Roll it. What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? It's your boy, the coach. Welcome back to the Coach's Huddle, where the field meets family. And we're up against it. 5-5, just coming off of a 20-17 loss against a NFC divisional opponents, the Seattle Seahawks, 20-17. And guys, we are going to be watching the film today. There's a couple of points of focus that I have. I know I have keys on offense that I'm tripping about. We got to get that together. But really what we need to do right now is get to uh points of focus. That's honestly where we are. So, points of focus, not keys on offense. Points of focus right now that I saw during the game. And the reason why I'm prefacing it that way with what I saw during the game is because I really want you to know that I did not watch this film. I've been busy, bro. Coach has been doing a lot of things, and I'm going to be watching this film raw, no Diddy. And what we're going to do is just go over the film together. Actually look at the offensive line. You know, we do this from the trenches. We watch what we did from the offensive line perspective in this loss. What I like to do is go over the first half. Definitely want to go over the 12 play 71 yard drive that went for 8 minutes. There's a couple of things that I wanted to point out in that drive, how we actually got that touchdown drive going. It was the first to drive where we scored. It was our second drive of the game. After that drive, we went interception, punt, end of half, field goal, finally got a touchdown, punt, end of game. So uh the first drive, there's a couple of things that just organically happened that I feel like we missed from a coaching staff. So let's just get right into the film, guys, uh and get into it so we can just start breaking it down. All right, so let's get this crap off the field, guys. Get rid of all of the stupid stuff, get rid of all of the banners, and let's get to it. So in the first drive, one thing that I wanted to bring up is that we ran 3 plays, 9 yards for 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So let's just go ahead and just run the first play. First play is by Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be a run for 3 yards. Overview, I'm just going to let it run. When we get into the tight, that's when we're going to slow it down and just start looking at the offensive line. One thing that I want to point out right away is that you see that Seattle is attacking gaps right off the gate. They're attacking gaps. So let's run it. Eric Saubert goes in. All right. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and run this back. You see right now that they're trying to mug up the gaps, and you get this defender that's going to be able to come down. He's going to fill. He's going to fill. He's going to fill. All right. And when you see these guys, the way they fill these gaps, they definitely take us off guard. You can see that right away. Dominic Pooney is stuck in between no man's land, and he's having a hard time just trying to root out the gap. Now, in my opinion, it looks like they're trying to combo up with Jake Brindle and Aaron Banks. But the problem is that Jake Brindle has two guys in his gap. They're pinching on the gaps already. Aaron Banks doesn't really have anybody to block. And Eric Saubert coming off when he needs to choke this down a little bit more. One thing I noticed about Eric Saubert, one thing I noticed about Eric Saubert is that when he flies off of these backside motions, he's way too fast, right? Like I understand this motion coming in square with the line of scrimmage. This is awesome. Now sit down. Sit down. He needs to sit down on the outside hip of Colton McKivitz. ends up holding, and Christian McCaffrey just makes him right. We end up getting a gain of 3 yards. Let's go ahead and watch the backside view. All right, let's get into the next play. Next play is going to be a pass play. It's going to be a short pass for Debo Samuel, 4 yards. Gonna let the overview play for you guys. And we got solid pass protection here. Now, one thing I want to talk about right here is that Seattle, they showed a lot of different fronts. We already know that Coach McDonald's comes out of Baltimore. We understood exactly what simulation pressures can do to our offensive line immediately. And as you can see, we got a little bit of a sim pressure here. This is good steps by Trent. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is that if you were here on my last from the trenches, we talked about Aaron Banks's hands. Now, it kind of happens on both with Aaron Banks and Trent, but we talked about how Aaron Banks needs to bring his hand from under the defender, specifically his play side hand, which would be his left hand, which would be his left hand, right? Now, Aaron Banks puts his hand inside of the chest of the defender, but immediately dislodged, grabs the elbow. And the reason why it's so important is because you want to stay coiled in pass protection, right? So you can uncoil at the right times. But when you lunge or you have bad hand placement, what happens is that you can give up the inside. Now, Aaron fights to live another day here, but the same thing happens with Trent. Just the hands are a little too high. Trent misses his mark off of Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams gets a hold of Trent and they anchor down. This is an athletic defensive line. I didn't give them a lot of credit coming into this game. But once you saw the fits that they were giving us, just or from a one-on-one perspective, you see Jaron Reed, uh, Leonard Williams. These guys, they had a good day against us. 3rd and 3. This is going to be a pass to Juwan Jennings for 2 yards. Now, I don't want to be a Monday morning quarterback. I can't be. It's Thursday. But one thing I want to talk about is just, the lack of buy-in from the run game. You look at that route and you're going to get me wilding. You look at that route and for me, that's high percentage because it's at the sticks, but really what you got to do is like it's got to be perfect. I just think that when you start the game out early, run the ball, man. Like let the guys go forward, right? We've ran the ball one time. We see a lot more natural pass protection now, pass drops. I like the feet. I love the mirror from Aaron Banks on this play. Aaron Banks gets Leonard Williams coming inside, stabs out with that hand a little too much. That's going to come back to bite him. I haven't even seen this film yet, but I know it is. But I love the mirror. Gets his feet, stays in front of him. Same thing with Trent. 45-degree set, steps out. It's a little bit of a hard set. He cuts off his drop early. Trent gets elongated, but I like that. Rolled hips. Dominic Pooney comes out with good hands, gets knifed, and we got a good twist. Good pickup by Jake Brindle. That's good pass protection. Watch it from the backside. No diddy. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this is what I like to see. Now, this is the start of it all. This is it, guys. 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. All right. We're about to look at a 12 play, 71-yard drive. all right, for 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Now, this is the thing that I want to point out before we start this drive. There's 7 runs in this drive. 5 of them are traditional runs. 3 of them are by CMC. 2 of them are by Jordan Mason, and 2 are scrambles from Brock. Of those 7 runs, that comprises of 44 yards of this 71-yard drive. So let's just be clear about what side of the bread our butter is on the first drive where we scored against these guys. So let's go ahead and roll it from here. First play is a 2-yard run from Christian McCaffrey. He's in a bit of an offset ace. Eric Saubert comes in motion, comes down with a TE block, with Jalen Moore. I like this from Kyle, adding Jalen Moore as a second tight end, right? I don't care if they know we're running with them. Block anyway. Now, my problem here is that we got mixed up on a couple of combination blocks right here. So right now we got a combo pass off between Trent and Aaron, okay? So what we got right here is we got a combo between Trent and Aaron. We're going to go here and here, okay? And let's just go ahead and watch the first combo. We'll work it all the way down the line. So immediately, Aaron takes him over. Cool. Go up top for Ernest. Now, this is where Trent gets a little messed up. 1-3 cuts off Trent's angle. He's savvy. Cuts under Trent. We already got an issue right here. Also, one thing that I got to talk about with Aaron Banks. Leonard Williams is moving Aaron Banks. Now, let's just go ahead and look at the line of scrimmage. It don't lie. And I hate to do this to you, Aaron, but let's just start. Line of scrimmage is here. Look where Aaron Banks ends up by the time Christian McCaffrey gets the ball. We're going to run past the line of scrimmage. He's getting posted. Right here, that's leverage, man. That's what happens when you expose your chest. You come out too high. You're not taking steps. And look at that. Look at that step. All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. This is what we mean by bad steps. All right. Look at Aaron Banks' left foot. All right. Let's check out the movement on that foot. No movement whatsoever. He literally picked it up and put it back down. Right. That's not crossing face either. Look at that gold helmet. That gold helmet should be on the outside of 99. He gets posted up, yoked up like a bad kid at Walmart. That's one thing. Now, we're supposed to have us a nice block right here, a nice combo block with Eric Saubert and Jalen Moore. You like the fight that Eric Saubert comes with, right? Right building, just the wrong floor. Pad level. Pad level. You get down 6 inches, all right? And he's blowing through the hip plate of this boy. And now we got a natural cut for CMC to roll up into. All right. That's our biggest issue right now. So we're getting posted on the combo block. Dominic Pooney. Let's go down the line. Dominic Pooney, steps. Let's look at this read step. No step whatsoever. These guys are in a hurry to do nothing. That's the thing that kind of annoys me about this stuff is that when we're looking at these steps, man, all right, nothing. You actually lose a step. All right. This is the little things where I know it doesn't make sense, but in the offensive line, man, in the trenches, man, these are huge, huge things that we need to pay attention to. Now, I like the fight. And this is just him being strong, to be honest with you. Dominic Pooney, that is. Dominic Pooney's just being strong. What I love for him to do is just be a little bit lower, activate your hips, right? You're dislocated from your base when you're that high. You can't do anything with your hips when you're that high, right? You're just riding them. Okay. Love the mirror by Jake Brindle. That's what you love to see. And for Colton McKivitz, we got a pick and hinge on the backside. Hopping. I like to see it a little bit more dynamic. That way you could wash him upfield, but not bad job. Let's move on to the next play, guys. Next play we got is going to be a scramble from Brock Purdy for 9 yards. All right. Giving up on the pass. Brock's already out. Takes off. Let's watch the backside. I did want to see this again because I don't know. Was it a design run? He was out of there quick. I don't know. Maybe he just saw a hole. But for the most part, again, we can coach up anything. Let's look at that play side hand from Aaron Banks. Again, left hand from Aaron Banks. There it is. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for everything you've done, Lord. I love you. Throwing that hand up. I'm telling you, man, bring that hand from under. Seeing this, let's get to the next play, guys. Again, this is me watching it raw, guys. I haven't gone through and like made notes or anything. We're just watching it. Next play we got up, 22-yard pass to Juwan Jennings. Mm. Now I like this rep from Colton McKivitz, man. Or was that Colton McKivitz or Jalen Moore? Right now, they're showing us a lot. We got 7, possibly 8 in the box right now. All right. We've got 6. We're keeping 6. Right? Now, either the 8 to Bell, we got 5. And one thing I like is how Cole McKivitz generates power through the ground. All right. He's got a defender comes in, strong inside hand. I like this move. This is a 6'7" man. He knows how to use his length. Comes in, brings the fight. I love this. Don't let him put his hands on you first. Creates distance immediately. Feels the defender. Now, right here, bad base. All right, this is where I like about the recovery. So you're not really using your hips right here. Roll those hips back so you can start generating power through the ground. But immediately, what I love that he does is he gets that right hand up under, not over, under into the lat of the defender, which makes him generate from his hips. And then we get him to start generating power through the ground. Look at the way you roll those hips. That's good, Colton McKivitz. Now, you like him to show a little bit more technique before he gets in the lap of Brock Purdy. But as far as a good rep, that's a win for the offense. I love that rep from Colton McKivitz. Way to roll your hips, generating power with the instep of your foot, strong hands. We just like to see a little bit more technique early. Don't bail on your technique. I like that you brought the fight. Now roll your hips. Trust yourself. Dominic Pooney's catching a little bit, right? But still punching. I love the fact that he still kept his hands. He still kept his outside hand free for independent hands, looking for traffic on the backside. Communication is good. Aaron Banks and Jake Brundle are playing with half a man. We got a little bit of a face mask, but I'll take it. If we can get Aaron Banks to take that left hand and just take it down, it will be so much. It's almost there. Ugh, it's not there. I'm telling you, man. We just to start telling Aaron Banks Under. Use your hand under. Trent comes out with a hard set. Gets hands on immediately. I love the relocation though. In a sense, you got to think that a veteran like Trent shoots out the first move as kind of like just a dummy move just to get that move that he wants. Shoot what you got. He tries to get long armed. Defender tries to wash inside, but Trent washes him up inside. I like the base. That's a good rep from the offensive line. Then Jawan Jennings does the rest. That's a good rep. That's a good rep. Next rep, we got to run from CMC for no gain. Let's break it down. Here we go. We got offset eye. Eric Saubert comes in motion. Oh, Aaron Banks. Let's talk about it. Offset eye to the strength. Offset now weak offset eye. All right, so let's talk about it. Right now they're showing 4. They got 7 in the box with a with somebody over here being nosy. These guys are crashing the gaps, man. What they're doing is they're using our leverage against us. Now that's a good response from Aaron Banks. I'll take that. That's just response right there. Okay. Jake Brindle roots out. What they're trying to do is possibly get a combo block. Trent grabs and pushes out, but he's got his defender. This is just foobar. I think the biggest thing with the Seattle Seahawks that I'm seeing right now is that they're not being dictated to. Dominic Pooney doesn't necessarily know where to go once he gets to the second level. Aaron Banks definitely gets blown up in his gap, but again, this is early in the game. There's really no cause for concern, right? As far as running the ball, that is. Second and 10. Here we go. Kyle sticks with it. We got a 5-yard run for Christian McCaffrey. Again, we got a heavy box. Man, I fucking like that. I like that rep. I gotta watch my cursing, y'all. We gotta work on me. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But we gotta work on it. One thing I'll tell you right now is that now that is a step from Dominic Pooney. It's a very good step. This is what you want to see. All right. Shift your whole body, bro. You're a big man. Your steps matter, right? I love the combo block up top. You know what kind of blows my mind is that we can run inside zone like this, but why can't we run duo? This is nothing but duo if you think about it. Two double teams, two double teams on the inside guys. We got a double here, we got a double here, right? Let Christian choose. Eric Sauber tries to get up top to reach number 48. And he just, I mean, that's just a stop and go. Um, I don't know how else to tell you that, buddy. You got to get outside and cross his face. I think the biggest issue right here is whether or not we had a miscommunication between Colton McKivitz and Juwan Jennings. They both trade off, get outside. I don't know. But this is a good play overall. We get 5 yards out of this play. Christian chose to bang it up inside, cut inside instead of bounce, which is his prerogative, but he could have went outside as well. This is a good run from the offensive line. I like the double team from Aaron Banks and Trent Williams. Live to fight another down. This is a pass from Brock Purdy to Juwan Jennings for 5 yards. Let's watch our boys. So it seems like we got a tech stunt. Right here, we got a linebacker coming over, breaking down. Handled beautifully. They send six, we bring it, we keep six. I mean, look at that from Christian McCaffrey, boy. You want to talk about a base, boy. My Lord. That's nice, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, come on, man. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. That's what I'm talking about. You want talking about rooted. Ain't nothing wrong with them Achilles. Let's go. Uh, good shit, CMC. Let's see how Jake Brindle takes that spike. Passed over. And you know what's so good about this is that Jake, I mean, not Jake, but Dominic Pooney puts hands on Jaron Reed, and really stifles down what that ear hole could have been, right? That twist. If Dominic Pooney really doesn't get hands on this dude, he could really just blow into Jake Brindle. I like the initiative to be physical up front, especially on a hard set. Let's watch our boy Aaron. Come on, what did you do with that left hand? What'd you do with that left hand? You put it up top, Lord, and it got thrown off. Lord Jesus, please do something with that. I love the feet though. Staying rooted. Look at that post. I love the post of the inside hand. Post that inside hand. Roll those hips. There you go. And then you like to see Trent generate de-escalate power through the ground. There you go, Trent. Post. Catch him. Oh, Trent. Okay, Trent. One hand. One hand, Trent. The whole way. I'll take it. Good rep. Yeah, Dominic Pooney's playing very well for a rookie. I agree with this. He's doing very well. I'm happy with everything that he's done thus far. All right, boys. So we got a 1st and 10 on the 28. Here we go. The one of the only 2 carries that Jordan Mason got in this game. Don't get me started. Jordan Mason is in the game, looking illustrious. He's in single man, in ace, turns around and just look at the dreams deferred. Dreams deferred. Let's watch it, man. They're showing 7 in the box. I mean, golly, man. This is what you like to see from Jake Brindle. This is good Jake Brindle, not bad Jake Brindle. We don't get a lot of good Jake Brindle, right? But this is good Jake Brindle. comes out, still gets a piece, right? Look at the way the influence of him turning that defender's shoulders at the line of scrimmage. It's just the influence. And look where he brings the hand under, not up top. Activate the hips, comes out still. Nice trade off, walls off. That's good. That's good. Dominic Pooney, you just look at the penetration of Dominic Pooney. He gets up field. Look at the pad level. Much better. Much better. Much better. Contacts the V of the neck of the defender. Wide base. Clicks his heels a little bit trying to transition upfield, but I'll take it. What do we got here? We got okay. We got a nice little pick and hinge from Colton McKivitz. Comes out, mirrors a little bit, hand fights. You got to wash up. I would love for him to just wash a guy upfield. I think for him, I don't know if I would suffice it for me to say, because I'm not gonna, I think Coach Forrester is an amazing offensive line coach. But I wonder if he's being told to like wash up, like hard set that guy and push his ass up the field. Push his ass up the field, right? That's what you love to see here. Combo block from Trent and Aaron Banks. Getting to the second level. I'll take that from Trent. Hey, you come to me. This is a veteran move from Trent, right? I'm not going to come out there. You've already shown that you like to cut the inside off. So you come to me or I'm going to come out there and get your ass. The running back, whoever my ball carrier is going to make me right. But no more, I don't trust you anymore. I'm not going out in open space. I'm holding on. I'm cutting off the inside. I'm staying attached. And then I'm coming to get your ass. We're going to ride your ass. Basically, we're going to ride this damn double team to your ass. We don't trust you no more. But Aaron Banks has got to bring the fight, though. And I love it. That doesn't happen if Aaron Banks doesn't get penetration off the line of scrimmage, which didn't happen with Leonard Williams the first drive of the game, right? I like this. And you know what? Even if you got to cheat a little bit, I'll take the side shuffle. I'll take it. You got Trent holding up the play side. Get in position. There you go. Cheat a little bit. I'm not mad at that. As long as you get the job done. You like to see the fight from Eric Saubert. Loses leverage initially in the fight. Gets his head back on the inside where it belongs. Actually, he got pushed to that side, but I like that. Run your feet. Run your feet. And then it's just Jordan Mason being Jordan Mason, man. I mean, come on, guys. Jordan Mason. Oh, Lord, Jordan Mason, man. We'll watch it from the other side. 3 carries in 2 games, averaging 6.5 a carry. He gets 2 carries in this game. I do not understand this. Look at the cut. He's feeling it. That's just a whole different style of running. We're making these dudes play a different style of football by having Jordan Mason in the game. Anyway, next play. We got Jordan Mason for 8 yards. We got a nice little pistol situation. Jordan Mason comes under. I mean, come on, man. Look at Dominic Pooney, man. Now, what kills me is that he's catching a defender. He's got his hands in the right place, but his pad level's very bad. All right, let's look at the steps here. No step at all. Come on, Dominic Pooney. Cole McKivitz, you're no better. It's off the ground, but it's backwards. Dominic Pooney still brings the fight. I mean, rooting that guy out of there, dude. This is a strong boy. Root his ass out of there then. If you just a little lower. Colton McKivitz, my God. Come on, man. Guys, our offensive line is not as bad as people says it is, man. You gotta empower them with the right run fit. with the right run sets, right? Go forward. Get a guy in there that's going to run past some arm tackles. This is what you want to see, right? Force them to fight. Force them. Don't let them off the hook with no punk ass outside zone. Put their ass down here in the line, man. Make them double team. Generate power. None of this smoke and mirrors bullshit. This is what you want to see. Route his ass out of there, Dominic. You want to get blocked? I like this rep. First and 10 at the 15. That's Jawan Jennings. I mean, that's Jordan Mason's day. It's over from then. We got a pass from Brock Purdy to Jawan Jennings for 5 yards. Let's go ahead and look at it from the backside, tight view. Oh my God, what a job by Dominic Pooney. Look at this, man. All right. So they've got four. They bring four. The hand. Now, look, okay, so the location of where Dominic Pooney definitely comes out with his hands, he's got a hard set. All right. Hard set means that there's no drop. He wants fight. He wants smoke right off the gate. Right. He's got no drop in his set. Now, he's automatically got good hands, but he gets his hands relocated. He gets his right hand relocated, as you can see, and gets it right under the defender. Gets pushed off again because he's getting long armed. All right. But look at the hips. Watch him roll these hips to stalemate. He loses a lot of ground in this fight, but he wins this fight. All right. This is still a loss by the defensive line. Okay. We got a double from Jake Brendel and Aaron Banks. Hand fighting immediately. But I like this. Is Aaron Banks is going to go catch paint with Trent? I want to see if he goes and does that. Let's see. Oh, he missed. He missed. Aaron Banks missed. I thought he had a kill shot. Trent comes out. Hard set again. They're not trusting these boys. I like what they're doing. They're going hard. It seems like they're going hard set near the red zone, right? No need for a natural drop. No need for 45-degree set. No 45 drops or soft drops, right? We want to give Brock as much real estate as possible. Can you imagine if we go back to that play, if Dominic Pooney doesn't hard set on this play and actually has a soft drop or a 45-degree drop, he might end up in Brock Purdy's lap. The fact that he gives Leonard Williams, now this is Leonard Williams now. All right. Last week he had Vita Vea did an amazing job. This is Leonard Williams. This is one of the everyday lunch pail dogs in the NFL. And this is our rookie handling them. I'll take that. I'll take that. A little bit of correction could be lower, right? Start generating power now. But now we're just trying to recover. But that's a good rep from Dominic Pooney. We got ourselves one, guys. I really like Dominic Pooney. So now we got second and 5 at the 10. So pass to Debo Samuel. We've all but gone away from the run game right now. Look at the way Jake Brendel rolls his hips. We got pass pro. Another hard set. I mean, those are just good feet. Look at how Jake Brindle generates power through the ground, right? Relocates his hands, brings his hands under. God, Jake Brindle is like, it's like, goodness. I know he's cheeks. Okay, we get it. He's cheeks. But he's not, you know, total cheats. Like he does really good things, man. His hand placement is probably some of the best hand placement on the offensive line outside of Trent. But him just knowing where his power comes from, right? Look at the way he activates those lats, brings those hands under, roll. He naturally has to roll his hips because of where his hands are, right? I love that from Jake Brindle. Trent Williams comes out, automatically gets blown off, gets a rip, but stays activated on a ninth man. I like that. Let's go ahead and check out Colt McKivitz. What'd you give us, Colt? Colton. He has done such an amazing job with his inside hand and his space awareness. I love the kick, right? Not too over exaggerated. Hands activated. Look at the hands ready. And look at where he puts his hand. That is so good, Colton McKivitz. Keep that hand under the defender. It's the cheat code of the offensive line, bro. It's the cheat code. Look, he can't do anything. He can't go anywhere, right? When your hand placement is too high and you're coming from over top, you're not activated with your hips, you're uncoiled, all right? Your feet and your torso and your feet are disconnected. But when you stay underneath, he's got to go through you. He's got to go through your core. That's a great job, Colton McKivitz. All right, so right here we got a sack. First and goal on the 5. They're mugged up, showing us a 50 front. Oh, so we got a boot. I'll take that. They're not stepping like nobody is. I see you, Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore, you're laid out of your stance too. Come on, Jalen Moore. Come on. What are we doing? Jalen Moore. Any day now. Jalen Moore and Eric Saubert. Lord. Are we looking at this? Any day, gentlemen. Any day. We've got a full step from Christian McCaffrey. Brock's in his drop. Uh Kyle Juszczyk is halfway through his motion. Colton McKivitz is already to his second step. We're moving. There no and these guys, you got to get out your stance, man. This is the little stuff, man. Like you got to get out your stance. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. The next one is the actual touchdown, which I want to see. What I love about this is that we went right back to it in a sense. Second and 10. This is Brock scrambling in for a touchdown. Man, that's a hell of a bluff. Look at that simulated pressure that they bring. Brock ends up scoring. All right, so let's look at it from the backside. My lord. So if I see this the right way, we got these two guys bail. All right, and they end up bringing four. So they're showing six. No, we get a guy coming in from the tight side. So they bring four. So we got a miscommunication, do we? On the left side of the offensive line. Trent fans. Aaron doesn't see it late. I like this. Trent gets a piece. That's the best you can do right here in a situation like this. You get a four, whatever, screaming off the side, screaming off the edge. Get a piece of him. I love the fight from Trent. I'm not going to eat Aaron Banks' lunch from seeing that. He just got to understand, you got to have good eyes. That's a hell of a check from Jake Brindle. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's cool to dump on Jake Brindle for missing plays, but you see stuff like this too, man. Like, that's a hell of a help block by Jake Brindle, man. You love to see that. Come here, boy. Heard you say that. They said I'm not good. They said I'm not no good. I could be the bitch. You love to see it, man. Dominic Pooney gets. I love that. Look at this. Dominic Pooney gets a vacate and Jern Reed automatically looks for paint. Look at how fast his head snaps. Boom! Immediately. I'm gonna play that in real time just so you guys can see that. Watch Dominic Pooney's head. Soon as he sees that he doesn't, his gap is empty. Watch how fast he looks for help. Gone. Nope. That's good, man. Also, great on Brock for feeling it, right? Brock felt it, went outside, pay dirt. Good job. One thing that I just want to point out, though, is this drive really was a microcosm to the game. It was 12 plays. All right. It took us 8 minutes and 3 seconds. We did 7 runs on this play, and we mixed in the run with CMC and Jordan Mason. Like, these are the things that I basically wanted to be able to see for the rest of the game. And we didn't see that. Um, I'll tell you this right now. One of the biggest things that I'll tell you is that we've got to be able to use every weapon that we have on this team, bro. Every weapon. So here it is. We start off. This play is 2 plays, 5 yards, 51 seconds. Brock's running for his life. Pass to a pass for 5 yards to Kyle Juszczyk. So this is the interception drive. Let's watch it. We got 4 down. Oh, so we got a spike from my guy right here. Let's go ahead and roll it. Oh, that was just intelligent. I don't even think that was built in. I don't like this. I gotta be honest, man. Like, I don't understand why we're pulling the guard here. I don't get it. I mean, what's Dominic Pooney doing? Waiting for Kyle Juszczyk to be done with the guy? Like, that's just wasted. That's just wasted movement. That's football for the sake of football, right there. I don't get that. I don't understand that, and that doesn't help the offensive line either. Like, what's the purpose of that action, right? Pulling Dominic Pooney, cool. Why though? right? You got a good chip from Juice. He goes out for paint, and then Dominic Pooney's just literally waiting there to block the same guy. We're using two guys to block one guy in pass protection. I mean, let's go 2nd and 5. Here goes the pick. Oh, it don't get no better anytime you see it. All right, here we go. What do they got? They got 4 down, 7 in. I mean, this is good pass protection. What are we doing here? I mean, come on. We got a hat on a hat here. This is good. Boom, boom, boom. Hat on a hat. Let's roll it. Let's just watch the right side of the offensive line. Jake Brendel gets hands on. He's still moving his feet. I'll take that. Hand fighting, but still moving your feet. Good. Way to keep half a man in front of you. Dominic Pooney comes out, hard set, hands on immediately. Okay. Keeps hands on. Cole McKivitz checks inside, gets long arm. Cole McKivitz hands have gotten so much stronger than they were in the first like half of the season. Man, Aaron Banks is doing a good job. Way to roll your hips, Aaron. Good job. Generate power through the ground. Strong hands on the inside. Where is that outside hand? Where's that outside hand? Is it under? It's I want to take credit. It's not. It's on top of his shoulder pad. Trent comes out inside first. Locked on quick. I like that. Trent. Oh, fought off though. God. Nobody knows how cool the offensive line is, bro. Look at this shit. It's like King Kong and Godzilla. Ugh. Get your hands back on. Ugh. Love that fight from fucking Trent, man. Grabs on his hands. Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Grabs on his hands. Throws off. Hand on the V of his neck. What does Trent do? Reactivates the hand, but he puts it under. Ugh. Fights through with his feet. Gets a twist. Ugh. Live to fight another down. It's a pick, but the offensive line did their job. O-line did their job on this one, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more play, and then I'm gonna get out of here. It's it's work day for Coach, man. So we in the middle of this one. I know I owe you guys a from the trenches. I am one, So we here to rock out, man. So it's 1st and 10, 1 to 38. This is a 11 play, 26-yard drive. I mean, now this right here, we get a run from Christian McCaffrey. It looks as though as Dominic Pooney gets stood up in the backfield. We'll roll it from the tight. It's an 8-man box. So what do we got? Right up. Dominic Pooney pulls. Cole McKivitz is picking and hinging. We got a double from Trent and Aaron Banks to the second level. The pad level of Dominic Pooney bothers me right here. And also, he's catching a defender. Dude, route him up. Like, this is my thing is that Yo, you got to be able to hit him in the V of his neck. You can't catch him with the off shoulder, right? Shoot your hands. Don't catch him. Shoot your hands, right? Shoot your hands and bring your feet. Look at where his feet are. He gets no movement. Literally, you're just colliding into him, right? What you want to do is you want to take a good bucket step, come out and run your feet. Run your feet. I love the play design though, honestly. Kyle is playing with leverage, getting downhill. Now, one thing that absolutely that just can't happen is Jake Brindle. So Jake Brindle comes out on the three tech and gets thrown off completely. Let's just pause it right here. Right now, you're standing beside the man you're supposed to block, Jake Brindle. All right. So what you got to do is you can't just create contact and lean. Like you see, he uncoils, dislodges his hips. Bring your feet though, right? At the very, and this is why this is bad technique. It's bad technique because if he wasn't, some of you might say, well, Jake Brindle's just not strong enough. That's fine. All right. But if he was not strong enough, that'd be okay. It'd be a stalemate though if he was using good technique. That's the problem. It's not the fact that he's not strong enough. It's not the fact that he's not Creed Humphreys or the best center in the league. That's not the problem. My issue is that he's not using technique. At the very least, if he was using good technique, this would be a stalemate, right? You getting thrown off like that, if you know that this is the rock bottom of what your skills can do, then the least you can do is just give me good technique, right? I'll take a stalemate. Boom. If you would have just squared him up right there and just ran your feet in place and but just literally had a stalemate block there, you do far more help for us by doing that than getting lazy, leaning onto a guy and expecting him to fall with you. That ain't it. Aaron looks like he got rolled up on. Let's run one more. Tossed by Christian. Shut up, kid. All right, what we got? 7 in. Oh man, that's just foobar. So what we got? We got a combo by Trent and Aaron. They're trying to ride it up top. Aaron actually bends it back. That's fine. Eric Saubert's on the backside. Just Eric Saubert, Lord. All right, so really what we see right here is Eric Saubert needs to run his feet. All right, actually, and use his hips. He's just waiting for the guy to use them. Um, I can't tell for if his hands are on the inside or outside of the defender at this moment, but that would definitely tell a lot. Ernest Jones is just refusing to be blocked. Um, I'm gonna tell you, man, Cole McKivitz, you got to deliver a blow. Not Cole McKivitz, but Jake Brindle. That's good penetration by Dominic Pooney, getting him up the field. Gets thrown off a little bit, but that's still a good rep from Dominic Pooney. I mean, if you're throwing me off 5 yards down the field, well, I'll take that all day. Cole McKivitz is great extension. I mean, he look at the bow. Cole McKivitz bowing inside, bowing his defender on the inside, hands on the inside, using his play side foot. I mean, Cole McKivitz, man, he's turning out to be a solid tackle over there. That's a good run fit from Colton McKivitz. As we can see, like it's not all perfect, but hey, this right here, this is something that could break if if honestly if Jake Brindle just does his job right here, right? Even the Eric Saubert, even Eric Saubert, he gets some help. He gets help from Jawan Jennings on the inside. Right. So look, guys, that's what we got today. Uh Today was a good one. I'm gonna tell you guys, like, I had to hurry up and get this one in the middle of the day. I know we're all working, so am I. I had to take my lunch to get this one out, but you guys deserve to get the content. The next from the trenches is gonna be right back to the old style. We're gonna be able to be a little bit more granular. I'm gonna have notes. I'm gonna have the film watched before I watch it raw on film. But hey, love you guys. The channel is still growing. We're going to be here today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern for the coaches meeting. It's going to be me and Grant Cohn. We're going to be hosting it on my channel as well as Grant Cohn's channel, and we'll be able to talk then. In closing, stay low and keep your feet moving. Love you guys. Talk to you later.